there guys, PC guy here, and hopefully today will be the last time you see me like this in this quality, because I got a new webcam to try to get some better quality recording for my videos, and hopefully to also start recording some stuff when I do get my workspace ready to do some more modding. This webcam has a few interesting features that will help with that, which I will go on to later. Obviously this video is still being recorded with the old one, because otherwise how could I unbox it in front of you guys and show you guys how it comes packaged and what it includes and all that stuff. So I will do that first, and then I will do a short overview of well, basically how it looks and what features it comes included in its own software and what it can do. So without further ado, I will let you guys see how it comes packaged. I shall fiddle with the annoying sticker in the back at first. Oh, that came off quite easily actually. So this is how it comes packaged. The light is playing a weird trick on the recording IC, so I'll stand like this to block some of it. Let us get it out of the packaging. So here we go. So this is a Logitech C920 C920 Pro HD webcam. It supports recording video up to 1080p at 30 fps, 720p also at 30 fps, and it has an interesting feature that I will try to explore a bit later, which is it encodes the video automatically to H.264 on the webcam itself, so to avoid taxing your processor while you are streaming or recording. And that is something that will be very useful, as I will be recording on my workspace later on my old laptop, so hopefully that will be able to handle it. So what else does it include? Let us see. Well, warranty papers, setup guide, as you can see. Let us see if it actually includes... No, it actually does not include any software CDs or anything. It is basically this, unless it's here in the middle of the papers. Let us see. No, it is not. So I will have to check out the website in a bit. So basically, it includes literally only the webcam and the installation guide in the package. Now, I also got this to go with it. Again, trying to block the light as good as I can. I should probably close those curtains soon. Anyway, I also got this. This is a separate product. Cost me about, I don't know, 5-6 euros or something. It is a little tripod, because as you can see on the webcam itself, it has a little universal mount on the bottom of the, you know, the clip-on support that you plug into your that you apply on top of your monitor. It has a universal support for a tripod. So I got one of these bad boys. Like I said, it's a very small one. It's only so that you can stand. And it is compatible with most webcams that have a universal mount. And as you can see, it is a tiny little tripod. Can be used on a desk or anything if you don't want to mount it on your monitor. It has a little lock thingy to lock on the camera. It kind of rotates a bit as well, and you can adjust. It has like a ball kind of joint, so you can swivel it around a little bit and get whatever angle you need to get. And yeah, I will be testing it soon enough. It has rubber feet as well. If you have a glass top desk like I do, that's kind of handy and pretty important not to get any scratches on there. And well, for now, I will let you guys see the moment everyone has been waiting for, the peel. There we go, in one nice fluid motion. It actually comes packaged all around with little plastic. It's kind of duct taped to each other, but we'll manage. There we go. Any more plastic? Oh yeah, here on top as well. No, static. Now, I will install the webcam now. And I will let you guys see the difference in image quality, hopefully.
Yeah, this is the difference in image quality then. Now, sadly, the sound is still a bit yeah, iffy, but that is kind of to be expected. Being a webcam microphone, they are always a bit more touch and go as it comes to sound quality. As you might notice, the difference between the I was previously recording with a with the headset webcam. Yes, with the headset webcam. With the headset microphone, I am smart today. I was recording with the headset microphone. The sound you're hearing now is with the webcam microphone right now. You might notice a difference. So after reviewing this video and the footage, I might choose to go back to recording with the headset microphone because the sound quality is just completely different. As an experiment, I'll just let you hear now the headset microphone. Let me change it in the settings.
Yeah, you should notice a bit of a difference now in terms of echo and perhaps background noise and stuff like that. I'll switch back to the webcam microphone for the rest of this video anyway, just to give a better overview.
And I will let you see some of the functions that this webcam has. Now, for starters, this webcam, I will actually have to fix this in a real second. Here we go. Now, for starters, the webcam does not come with software included in the packaging. It does, however, have the software on the website, which I do not think is very handy because for an average user that just wants everything ready to go, you kind of want to have everything in the package, even if it's a tiny little CD or something that you can just install. Even if you have to update it later, at least you know that it exists and you have there the baseline software for it. I did exactly that. I went to the Logitech website, searched for my camera, and then on the, I will actually show you real quick. On the Logitech website, there's a bunch of things like register the product, getting started, blah, blah, and you click on getting started or on the downloads, both work, is the instruction manual, which does not really amount to much as I showed you, just a little thing like, yeah, put the webcam on top of the PC and plug it in via USB. That's it. Um, and what I did is I installed the camera settings, which I will let you see in a minute, and the Logitech Capture. Now I am recording this video right now through the Logitech Capture because that is the only way that it supports the automatic encoding of the video to a smaller file size. And that's what I was interested in when I purchased this webcam, next to the image quality, of course. So I am using that to giving it a try. Now I will let you see the controller software itself. Now, nice infinity loop you got there. You can probably see it better like this anyway, even though there's a million tabs that I have up there. In any way, I will let you see, and basically it has a bunch of options for your webcam. Here, the source number one should be your webcam. You have a bunch of, you can add a border to it, choose the color of the border, and then you can see right there around where the webcam is recording that the border is changing. I will turn it off because I don't really see the point in it. You can add filters as well, like all sorts of filters, black and white, inverse, this old-time vintage video thing. It's more of a fun thing. I mean, if you're just recording like I am, you are probably not going to use it. You can prioritize frame rate or exposure by default, and then you have a little zoom option, which will actually, you can, via the software, zoom in and out, and also move the zoom, to wherever you want it. It's handy, but it's not completely smooth, to be honest. It's not a smooth zoom or a smooth movement. So is it useful? In some situations, perhaps. I don't see myself using it very often, but we will see. You can mirror the source video so that it flips it around on an horizontal axis. And then you have a bunch of options like autofocus, auto white balance, image adjustments, anti-flicker, the frequency, all that stuff. I have it on default auto focus, auto balance, all that. But if you want to get the best possible picture, maybe you can do a better job yourself in setting it up according to your environment. Since my environment kind of depends on how much light I get from the window and that stuff, I have it on auto, so I also don't have to spend a lot of time with it. Now, on source number two, if you are doing what I'm doing and recording your display and also the camera on the corner there, you can have your display source here. Just check display 1 or 2 or whatever if you have multiple monitors. It's up to you. Uh, you can also select a second webcam to have a second image showing. It's completely up to you. It's very personalized. And you will also have the same options as on the second display as you have on the other one, the border, the mirror source, all that sort of stuff. Now here, it is grayed out because it's currently recording, but you can still read kind of what it says. I had to adjust the resolution to full HD because it was 720p by default. Make sure here, if you are recording like I am, and if you don't want to give them publicity for free, make sure to turn off the Logitech logo. It was on by default because otherwise what you get is, it actually does not show if I turn it on while recording, but what it will do is here on the corner you will see a little Logitech logo on your video. And I mean, yeah, it's not like we're getting paid to advertise for them. So I will turn it off by default unless you really, champion for the brand and want to advertise for them. The video encoder is currently using NVIDIA's NVENC recorder to encode the video, hopefully to a smaller file size. I will double check after I am finished recording, and I will report on that on another video piece. Well, same video, but I'll record another piece afterwards to let you guys know. I changed my folder settings, otherwise it will all go on your C drive by default, and in my case it's an SSD, and I don't want a ton of video lying around there because, yeah. And here you have tiny little settings like a countdown when you start recording, so you can kind of prepare yourself and that sort of thing. Here you have the audio input. You can choose between your headset or your webcam. Yeah, the system sound, I'm actually not sure if it's recording system sound. I will have to double check on that afterwards as well. Transition effects, is it useful for you? I mean, not necessarily for me because I will be using editing software afterwards to put the video together, but might be useful for some people, I'm not sure. You can set up your hotkeys here if you want, and save your profile. Now here at the bottom you have just the software options, software version, keep auto update on or not, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. And yeah, a little tab here, you can create an account if you want, although I don't really see the, oh sorry, no, this is the website behind it. Yeah, I should put it like this a bit. And yeah, here at the bottom you can change your source and how the video appears. If I click on number 1 here, you are going to see only the webcam, as you can see. And there was the fade transition that it mentions. If you are switching sources and want to make it a bit smoother, there's that fade transition. Source 2, here it goes. And then if I click on these, it will give both at the same time. Yes, you can drag it around, position it where you want, the second source. It will either give you webcam and screen on the corner, or switch it around and camera and then background display at the back. This is the button for recording, pretty self-explanatory. Screenshot button, screenshot or photo if the display is if the source is the camera, and you can adjust here the mic, the audio, and all that sort of stuff. Now, for the software, that is it. I might actually start using this software to record my videos all the time as opposed to, for example, Bandicam for one reason, and that is the automatic encoding of the video, at least as far as recording on my laptop will go when I have my workspace for modding. For recording on this PC, I will have to compare the videos and image quality and functionalities a bit more to decide if I will be using this software or if I will stick to OBS Studio, which is the one I'm kind of used to. I'll have to decide based on quality, ease of use, that sort of thing, but that's a personal choice. As a baseline, I can say that this software, while not having any crazy out there features, is usable. It's handy. Uh, I will actually check how much it is using in terms of processing power, 13% CPU usage. It's not horrible, could be worse. Keep in mind that my CPU is still kind of old, so if you have a modern CPU, this will most likely be a much lower number. I will see soon because I'll be upgrading soon. I'll also make a video on that. And that's also one of the reasons I got this webcam, was so I could actually plug it into the laptop, record it in decent quality, and make a video of me assembling it for you guys, kind of how to put together a PC video. But more on that later. That video will come soon. Um, and that is it for this software. Right now, I will show you the other software. This one is the Logitech Capture. I recommend it. It's handy, I would say. For I did not install the Logitech gaming software because this is more of a synchronization thing with other Logitech products, which I don't have. This is the only Logitech product I have, so I did not really see the point. I might check into it later, see if there's any point in doing it, but I don't think so. And camera settings, I also downloaded and installed, although it is not super interesting. I will show you Logitech camera settings. Here you are. Hopefully it keeps recording. Yes, it does. Because when I first launched it to test it out before I started recording, it was giving me a message that the camera was on use on another application, which is the recording program that I'm using. So that's why you don't see image here. But anyway, you can choose between widescreen and standard screen and the frequency as well as advanced settings. But as you can see, they are the same settings as you have here on the program on the source feature. So is there a point in this one? I don't think so, unless this program actually acts as a driver for use on other applications, so as Skype, FaceTime, and other recording programs that I am not completely sure. But if that's not the case, then I don't see why you would need to have the camera settings program installed. So yeah, there's that. Now, as for features for the camera, like I mentioned, it supports 1080p Full HD video quality. It also has two microphones, so it supports stereo sound recording as well. But as you can see by this video, it still falls short of other more specialized recording, audio recording software, like headsets and standalone microphones. But that's just a limitation of being a webcam. It has the microphones in a tiny enclosure. They're worse microphones because they have to take less space. And yeah, it's not ideal, it's not perfect, but like I said, I might just keep using my old headset to record through it, or in the future get a standalone microphone. We'll see about that. But, all in all, I can say that I am reasonably happy with this webcam. Now, for the last feature that I wanted to check before calling it a video, the size of the final video after the automatic encoding. I will now stop recording. I'll go into the folder and I will see. Now, I was fiddling a bit with the sound settings, and after going to your sound panel and actually changing the level a bit lower, well, I will actually put that clip there so you can see the difference. I hope that this part of the video will be a bit better sound-wise, because it was absolutely horrendous, the sound on the clip as I mentioned, and I apologize, but I will leave, and well, you will have seen by now that I left the video like that, because so you can get an idea of how it works if you don't adjust it. It's not ideal, no, but hopefully this fragment is a bit better. I will also review it later to make sure it is okay. And if it isn't, and if it still has weird noises and artifacts and echoes, then I will switch back to using my headset microphone. But this one seemed a bit better, and if it's not better, I will try to fiddle with that and maybe look for some sort of fix or echo filter for it. but I will make a video on that in the future if I have to resort to that and if I do find it. In any case, the last feature that I wanted to mention was the file size. And as you can see, this is the fragment that I made earlier. It is a 13-minute video and it is 300 megabytes. This is quite amazingly encoded, and it wasn't even using that much of the CPU. It was around the 13 to 14% CPU processing power. A lot of the processing is done on the webcam itself, so that's not horrible, especially considering that my CPU is for i5, i3, I don't remember, 4460 from Intel. So it's quite an old CPU. So if it's only using 10%, 10 to 13% of that, perfectly fine. I'll be soon upgrading to a 9700K. So it will be even less, and it will be even less taxing, and you will not notice it at all if it's doing that in the background. Now, uh, as you can see, this video was short of 300 megabytes. If I compare it, for example, to other videos that I might have, let's see, for example, this one, for example, 7 minutes, 500 megabytes. Uh, it's about, if this is 7, so, it's less than half. Let's say if it was 10 minutes, it would probably be around the 600 megabytes. So it cuts your file size in about half. So that is something that is pretty decent if you film and record a lot. It will save you a lot of space in the long run, especially with longer videos. Now, this has been it for the review of this webcam so far. I might do another video in the future, like I said, if I have to fiddle with the sound and if I find a better fix for it. Otherwise, yeah, well, this is it for this cam's review. Um, I will soon be using this camera to do a video about how to put together a PC in terms of putting in the motherboard, CPU, and an M2 drive on the motherboard. The motherboard should actually arrive today, so it will be coming soon, that video. And after that, I will do a video of me putting the motherboard in to my desk. Well, it would be a case normally, but in my case it's a desk, as you might have noticed. Uh, and how to connect headers, USB headers, fan headers, the front panel, I/O stuff, audio, all that stuff. So yeah, this camera along with the little tripod that I got that I have not used put in yet. I just put the camera on my screen. But this is it for the webcam. My final review of it is a great webcam for video. The supporting software that I had to download is very easy to use, very intuitive, and it provides good results, especially if you are recording. It is not amazing audio-wise, but if you want to do good quality audio, you probably have a specified standalone microphone anyway, or a headset like I do to record video a bit better. So yeah, the audio, sorry, can perhaps be passable if you adjust the volume a little bit and maybe tweak some more settings, which I will look into later. My final say on it. It was not very expensive, around the 50 to 60 euro mark, no, 50-ish euro mark. For this amount of performance and for the onboard encoding, which is one of the major selling points of this camera, along with the full HD recording, I consider it a good purchase. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos from now on with a bit better video quality. And I'll see you guys next time.